Why were American tankers dying by the hundreds? Why did soldiers try to avoid tank service at any cost? Why did U.S. armored vehicles ignite like matchboxes the moment they entered battle? And why, despite the enormous industrial power of the United States, did American crews often find themselves with almost no chance against German armored forces? American and German tankers first clashed in large-scale battles in the summer of 1944 after the Allied landings in Normandy. The main American tanks were the M4 Sherman and several earlier models that were already considered outdated by that time. The Germans, however, brought machines of a completely different level: the heavy Tiger I, the medium Panther, and other designs created with the experience of years of fighting on the Eastern Front. If we compare American and German tanks, the advantage of the Germans becomes obvious. German armor was thicker and placed at more effective angles. Their guns could destroy enemy vehicles at far greater distances than American crews could respond from. And to this must be added the most crucial factor: experience. By 1944, German tankers had behind them years of continuous combat. The Americans entered Europe after long training, but without real battle experience, and this immediately affected their casualty rates. American tanks, especially the Sherman, were often criticized for weak protection. It was a vehicle built for mass production and rapid advance, not for duels with heavy German tanks. In the narrow, hedgerow-filled terrain of Normandy, where engagement ranges were short, this turned into a tragedy. A German shell could pierce American armor almost every time. There are many accounts in which a single Tiger destroyed several American tanks within just a few minutes. One German Tiger commander recalled that he often engaged Shermans before they even spotted his position. According to him, 2 or 3 shots were enough to wipe out an entire platoon of American tanks. Sherman crews knew this and went into battle with the feeling that their enemy could see them earlier and shoot more accurately. But the blame for the heavy losses rested not only on the machines themselves. Allied command relied on quantity rather than quality. American industry could produce thousands of tanks in a short time, and the main focus was placed on mobility, speed, and infantry support. However, reality was different. Against German heavy tanks, numbers did not always guarantee survival. Inexperienced crews, when facing opponents hardened by fighting on the Eastern Front, found themselves in an extremely difficult situation, which only increased the casualty statistics. By the end of the war, the Americans adapted, implemented new tactics, and strengthened artillery and air support. But the fact remains, the first months of fighting in Europe became a true catastrophe for U.S. tankers, forming the grim statistics that historians still study today. And how do you assess this situation? Why do you think American tankers suffered such enormous losses? Was it a command error, an engineering miscalculation, a lack of experience, or simply the brutal conditions of war in which no one was fully prepared to face German armored vehicles? Perhaps you have encountered veterans' memoirs or read documents that give a different interpretation of these events. Share your thoughts. How accurate is the claim that the Sherman was a doomed tank? Or was the problem not the machine itself, but the way it was used? Write in the comments. Do you think the United States could have reduced tanker losses, or was the outcome inevitable? Your opinion is valuable. Sometimes an outside perspective helps reveal things hidden in official reports.